Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines, the British Challenge, with me, Pug Gaming. So, in episode 28, we completed the 3 main stages that we're going to be using for this project of the music festival. So, they've been detailed enough, and the first stage now is to get some of the tents in. And I'll give you a bit of a warning on this episode. It's going to be completely time-lapsed. The only reason being is that I spent a solid 8 to 9 hours worth completing this project, and all will be revealed in this video today. So the completion of the outdoor music festival will be completed once you have finished watching this 30-minute video. So I spent a lot of time thinking, what can we do here? Well, what can we do to make this seem a lot more realistic in terms of a British outdoor music festival? And the first job was obviously have the tenting area, as you can see in the corner there, and they're always going to be very cramped up together. I wanted to give the idea that it's a festival that you can stay over. Some people will come for the day, but there is the ability to stay over and camp. And obviously the addition of many portaloos is always going to be the case in festival areas. And I decided to use the orange plastic fences around the whole of the camping area just to give it a bit more life. In the end, I'm going to be filling the outside with some more trees and foliage and some farm fields around it. I wanted to give the idea this festival isn't here all the time. It's just comes and goes every year, and they use this farmer's field here to set up camp and sort of, you know, use that to its best abilities. So a bit more detailing is going to be added around the area as well. I like the idea of creating a little car park, and we're going to do so here in this bottom corner eventually. But the idea now is to really just make use of everything we can, and what I'm doing here, it may not look very good, but basically what I'm trying to achieve here is I want people to be actually coming here and walking around and having some life actually in the festival area. So I'm putting down some paths and some roadways here so people can come, and I'm going to use the people generator to have areas where I want people gathering. So hopefully longer term, once this area builds up, we will get people visiting and actually making use of this area and making it look like it's alive. That's the difficult part, I think, of this project, is to make it look alive, and we need people for that. And I'm gonna have to use the people props that are on the workshop. It won't look as realistic in sort of the well, it won't look realistic in the sense of they won't be moving, but it will look good in terms of what sort of feel I'm trying to get across here with this busy music festival. So down here in the corner by the car park, we're going to create a food and resting area. I'm going to end up adding some benches, which, thinking a bit further down now, I'm not too sure whether there would be benches at a festival, but I can't see a problem with having that, so we're going to add some benches down there eventually. A bit more lighting is going to be used around the camp area here, and lighting is what this project's all about, to be honest. We want to have we want to have a vibrant sort of feel. And you can see here, just then with the tents, I actually put some of the lights inside the tent, so when you go to a night view, it looks like some of the tents are actually lit up with people in them. So I thought that was a really cool feature to add, and it does work really well. So the next job is to get a bit of detailing around here. So I'm using the paths actually to add the decor along the floor, and I'm using that as a sort of a target here to go around. So rather than, well, it's basically to create these really cool little gaps and to make it look a little bit more realistic, I'm basically using the pathways to line up the actual dirt here, so we naturally get a feeling of some gaps in the sort of grounds area here. I wanted to create this as a sort of run-down field. There's a little bit of grass around, but it's mostly all down to all the dirt and that from people coming here back and forth, which is another reason in the story why the farmer's allowing this field to be used year after year to be used for this festival. So to add to the rundown sort of look, I wanted to add some sort of grass areas around the sides. Eventually we will be filling this up with some trees and foliage, and it will be positioned alongside the farmers' upper fields. So we want to give the feeling that this is in the middle of nowhere in a sense. And I'm using the standard procedure of what I've done before with the grass, and I think it probably looks the best from all the trials I've done with different types of grass, and it really does fit the theme here. So looking a bit here at nighttime views, you can see how alive it is starting to come, and now this is me putting in the people generators. And what I did realise at this point is I accidentally put down pathways rather than the roads. So the generator, people generator and dossing areas, whatever you want to class them as, needs roads to sit on to be successfully working. So I had to rechange that, and then I decided to change the priority of these roads, as we don't want any cars going on them at all anyway. So now we're starting to build a area. We're starting to get the sort of festival zone, I guess. And what we need now is a entrance feature, somewhere where people are going to queue up and come in. And I'm thinking we'll do a sort of a gated entrance here where people will come in. So we are going to fence up as best we can this area and create a sort of zigzag sort of roller coastery theme entrance here, where you've got the queue up and you get to this tent and you pay for your tickets or hand your tickets in, and there you go, you're into the festival. So that was the approach I was going for here, and I think it worked well in the end. In the end I also add some cones around the side to stop people parking, a few other sort of features here, some of the hay bales in the corner, and a lot of the signs go down as well. I also add in some police cars and a police van, as you always tend to see those at gigs for sort of safety purposes. And you can never have too many portaloos as well, so we do another line of portaloos in this corner. But first, this is a little shopping area, which we added in the corner there. Portaloos were a bit difficult to put in at first, but the Move It tool absolutely made life a lot easier in terms of placement, and you'll see a bit later on I take full advantage of the new features on the amazing Move It mod. So that's the first part done here. So this is the part one. You would have seen this on my Twitch stream as well if you was following me. So this is where we are at this moment in time. So as you can see, the camping site there with its lights and some of the tents lit up to make it look like people are in there is coming along. We've got the beer tents, we've got the food area in the corner, a little car park, and we've got the big Ferris wheel as well, slap bang in the middle, just to create a bit of ambience here. And you can see it's coming alive in terms of the lights and the nighttime theme. It really is taking shape now. We are obviously lacking the main part of a festival, which is the people and the music. The music we can't really do much with, but we've got the stages to represent that. But the people, they'll come a bit later on. But first, we have a lot more detailing to do to really bring this area alive. And yeah, that's pretty much how things are going at the moment. I really do like this entrance point as well. I really do like the police and ambulance props, typical British vehicles, and they really do come alive and they look amazing. So the next job is a little bit more detailing around the main centre point. So what we're working on next is the actual Ferris wheel. So we're going to put down eventually some of the, well, an entrance point really. I was trying to think of a way to sort of make it look like people are queuing up, and there's a sort of, again, a queuing system in place to get onto the Ferris wheel. So we do that in a very similar way to the way we've done the main entrance, which we'll be coming onto very shortly. So I had a few tree trunks around here as well, a few areas of detail just to make things come alive a little bit more. A few more tents as well. It's difficult at first to work out how many tents can be put in here, But what we do in the end, here we go, this is I think it's actually one of the stables, but we put in one of the kiosks here, use the move it tool to prop that down, and that's basically the entrance point for people coming. And we just do a similar setup here as the last, as an entrance point for the queuing of the Ferris wheel. So, as I say, we need to make this come alive now, and the way of doing this is to add the people. So we're using the female and male props from the workshop to create the feeling of people being there, and you'll see a clever little way of me doing this, and as you can see, we're using the move it tool now just to make these people expand, and it's a lot easier now to place all these people down in one go. So we're using the new features from the move it tool to replicate the people in this area, and it allows us now to copy and paste what we've done, which is absolutely incredible. And this has also opened up a lot of opportunities now for me and my detailing. It means that we can use this copy and paste feature to create much larger scale of things, and it's going to save me a lot of time and effort. Imagine placing all these people by hand. It would take absolutely hours, and bearing in mind I've already spent about 7 to 8 hours detailing the whole of this project. I think if I'd done this by hand, I would not be doing this right now and sending you this this new update. So we're going to add the people into the stage as well, and again, using the move it tool, we're able to move this up. And I did also here try and create a drum kit. Forgive me, it doesn't look the best, but it just gives that feeling that it's a stage and this is a drum kit for the drummer. But yeah, it was difficult. It would be good if people could have added these to the workshop. I know it's not really something that many people will be using, only people who are doing sort of festival designs, but it would be nice if we could have something like that just to add a bit more character to the build. So we're just going to jump into a silent time lapse here just whilst I complete the last few stages and add the people in to really create the atmosphere of this music festival. So we'll catch up very shortly. So guys, there we have it. 8 hours worth of detailing and city skyline building, and we have our outdoor music festival for the British Challenge. It's taken a lot of time. It's really has come out extremely well, much better than I actually anticipated. The addition of all the lights, the features, the people, everything has really made this area come alive. And I love the setting now. I've added a few fields around the side and it really does bring things out, and the view from above looks absolutely amazing. You can see the crowds of people, you can see people filtering around, people buy the food and sort of Ferris wheel area, and yeah, I'm extremely happy with this. I would love to hear your feedback on this. Anything else I could have added or anything else you want me to put in, it's never too late. The only thing I was thinking is maybe adding a bigger car park somewhere, but I'm not sure if that's going to ruin the actual whole design. So guys, thank you very much indeed for watching. I'm sorry it took so many episodes to complete this, but I'm hoping that you're as pleased as I am with the actual final outcome. So I'll leave you with a few final clips of what we've done in this episode, and the project of the music festival is now complete and we need something else to work on. So any ideas guys, any new projects you want me to work on, new ideas, by all means let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you in my next video. Thanks for watching, all the best.